From our studios at the Sportatorium at 106 North Albany in Tampa, I'm Tony Schiavone, and this is another edition of All Elite Wrestling from Florida. AEW's tour of the Sunshine State continues this week with AEW Dynamite Homecoming Title Tuesday from Daly's Place in Jacksonville. And then the very next night, this coming Wednesday, it's Collision Homecoming, also from Daly's Place in Jacksonville. And here's what's on the card for AEW Dynamite Homecoming Title Tuesday. A 2.5-hour telecast live on TBS and HBO MAX at 8/7 Central. Mercedes Moné defends her TBS championship in an open challenge. The Hurt Syndicate takes on The Demand in a street fight. A Crimson Mask? Well, odds are yes, someone will get bloodied up in this wild street fight. In a double jeopardy eliminator tag match, the World Tag Team Champs Brodito will face the Unified Champion Kazuchika Okada and Takeshita. Now, here's what this means. A win by Takeshita and Okada gives the duo a World Tag Team title shot. But if Bandito or Brody King make the pin on the other side, then that man gets a shot at Okada's Unified Championship. AEW World Champion Hangman Adam Page and challenger Samoa Joe will have a face-to-face just ahead of their world title bout at Wrestle Dream on Saturday, October 18th on pay-per-view on HBO Max. Pac and Orange Cassidy will renew their rivalry, which has spanned the last 3 years in AEW, as the two men will go one-on-one once again. Hammerlocks, top wrist locks, and vertical suplex could be flying in this great one-on-one matchup. And in what could be one to remember, Jon Moxley meets Tomohiro Ishii. The two had an unforgettable 5-star match back in 2019 at the G1 Climax in Japan. This one has all the makings to live up to that. And then Kyle Fletcher defends the TNT Championship against Kyle O'Reilly of Paragon. That's this Tuesday, October 7th, live from Daly's Place in Jacksonville. Now, the very next night, Wednesday, October 8th, we're back at Daly's Place with Collision Homecoming. On that card, the uneasy alliance of former World Tag Team Champs Max Caster and Anthony Bowens will do battle with Big Bill and Brian Keith. Eddie Kingston hopes to continue his winning ways since returning from his injury as he meets the Beast Mortos, and that won't be easy. A mixed trios match as Jet Speed teams with Willow Nightingale to meet Megan Bayne and FTR. A women's trios match as world champ Chris Statlander teams with Timeless Toni Storm and Harley Cameron to face the Triangle of Madness. Yes, Statlander will indeed team with the woman she defends the title against coming up at Wrestle Dream, former champ Toni Storm. And making his Collision debut, Kota Ibushi, as he squares off against Josh Alexander of the Don Callis family. Ibushi looking for revenge for what the family recently did to Kenny Omega. Two incredible nights of wrestling as we return to our home, Daly's Place, for Dynamite Homecoming Title Tuesday, this Tuesday, October 7th, and Collision Homecoming, Wednesday, October 8th. Tickets for both nights available at AEWTIX.com. And just a note, fans, we appreciate the feedback from everyone as we have paid homage to the great Gordon Soley and Florida wrestling over the past 2 weeks. We are sincere in our love for championship wrestling from Florida, from back in the days of the wrestling territories. So join us this week to pay respect the best way we know how, by having great wrestling action from Daly's Place in Jacksonville. Fans, this is Tony Schiavone saying so long from the Sunshine State.